What's up, everybody? I've had a few people messaging me wanting me to do a review on my mod sled with what I have done to it and how much time I've got into it and just walk around about it. So this is my mod. It's a 95 XCR base chassis. Started out as just pretty much a bare chassis that I went and picked up from our friends at Wisner Racing. Down in Blanchard. I picked it up from them. I think the next day I stripped a couple parts off of it and dropped it off at powder coat. From there, it was at powder coat for a little while, got it back at a really reasonable time from Mike's powder coat and sandblasting. He does a great job. This thing turned out pretty sweet, as you can see. I mean, it's my favorite. Blue is now my new favorite color over purple. But no, this was my summer project. It took a long time to build, accumulate parts for it, and just get it assembled, really. Because most of this build has a lot of one-off stuff where we got to fab some stuff up and get specific items to fit right and all that. So I guess I'll start in the front of it and kind of work my way back. But so I guess you can't really see with this angle. It's kind of tough. You'll see the cutout on the nose cone. I had a front radiator given to me from Greg Catterat. He gave it to me. It was left over from way back in the day when they used to run Polaris, and I think it fit the wedge chassis pretty good. I think that it might be for a Gen 2. I'm not really sure because where we mounted it up, there isn't really a whole lot of room left in the nose cone for this radiator to fit. I had to drill some holes and mark it. That another thing that took a bunch of time because I didn't want to have two huge gaping holes in the nose cone. I wanted it to look really crisp and clean, and we weren't really in a hurry for it when we were building the sled. We had all summer, so I did that. Routing these hoses was kind of tricky with how we were going to route them. We wanted to go underneath the motor, and it just wasn't working for us because it's too tight. The hoses were going to be too close to the pipes, and then you got the drag link in there with the steering arm, and it was just too tight. So the easiest way was to route it up and around. That's probably the most noticeable thing that's done with this mod. I had a custom clutch guard done up from Corey Eubanks at UB Racing. He does great work. I actually was surfing, I don't know, I think it was the Polaris XLT XCR page on Facebook, and a kid threw up these PSI pipes, brand new for an XLT. Never been run, comes with the flanges, the shock tower cover on one side, and the springs and everything. So I didn't waste any time. I messaged him. He didn't even have a price on them. I just told him I wanted them. Got them shipped in from Canada, which was kind of a pain. I had to ship them to a buddy that lives in Canada and then have him bring them across for me. And so I got them, and they didn't quite fit right. They are for an XLT, I will say that, but I think they're for an aggressive chassis because they go a little bit wider. They fit tight up against the side bumper. With fitting these pipes, they are a little tight underneath the drag link on the center pipe. So we had to take the drag link off, heat it up, bend it, and I actually had to take some material off of it to get it to clear, and so I could get my steering to turn all the way right to counter steer. What else did I got in here in the front end? We go into the motor. I had Doug Flannery port me up a cylinder. He does great work. I haven't been able to run this sled yet because I've had some electrical issues with it, but I got a hold of Doug, and he told me about a month for a cylinder. He had one on the shelf, a stock bore, and he ported it up for me. Next thing you know, it's at my doorstep a month later. The heads I have are Legend Performance heads. They're a high compression head. I think they're about 14.5 to 1. So I'm running 114 fuel in it. I had my carbs board, 39.5. I put UFOs in the slides. What else? I had my clutches gone through, so all the bushings and everything in them are tight. And I had my primary shimmed, for the new belt, standard stuff you want for racing. I had a huge order from Wall. I got Wall skis on this thing. I had the aluminum steering arms. I bought my shocks from Wall. I got the tie rod and the steering rod kit from Hooper. We made a custom sway bar with Kubi Machine and Welding. Craig hooked us up to match my Sportsman sled, so that was cool. Handlebars are Wall handlebars. I got billet, Wall Brothers throttle. I had a standard Polaris one, but it didn't have long enough throw, so I had to order the adjustable Wall one so it would be correct. I guess what I had wasn't working, so did that. I bought the Wall fuel tank, side tank for it. That's really nice. I actually just got a pad ordered for it, so that'll be going on here before Lincoln. It's Thursday, about 10 days before Lincoln, which we've been watering like crazy. Let me take you around here. So the rear skid, I was able to get a Wall rear skid out of one of the sleds I bought earlier in the spring. Went through that, had it powder coated. Mike powder coated it for me. I got a 1/2-inch wiper track on it. Woody studs, of course. Had to do the 8-inch Wall idlers because why wouldn't a guy get those? Those are pretty sweet. Number plates don't really do anything for performance-wise, but those are cool too. This seat I got from Conrad Batavia, I think that's how you say it. He does, his work is great. This fit and finish on this thing is mint. So he did really good work for me too. I called him up and we were gonna go test. I think I gave him a 2-week notice and he had the seat to me within 1 week. So I had time to get it all fabbed up. One thing that I wanna point out that is pretty cool to me, they're kind of hard to find, but I did get a magnesium chain case for this, which are hard to find, and I found one. I couldn't believe it. I didn't have to pay out the wazoo for it, so that was kind of cool. I fabbed up a custom kick plate that I have on my Sportsman sled. I took it over to my cousin Matt, gave him the original template, and I had him make me 2 more, which was cool. He had a brake and a press and was able to do whatever the hell he does to make it right, so that was cool. Going into the cockpit area, move this belt, got my tether, tack, temp gauge, choke, lube, handlebar warmers. Cannot race without handlebar warmers. Some people call me a sissy, but whatever. Tunnel enclosure. I mean, standard oval sled, but I'm just trying to go through everything because people wanted a quick review on it. Added this plate to protect my toes. I haven't even got to ride it yet, so I can't even say if it's fast or not. I think it's gonna be. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to do a video review, let you guys check it out. As far as what's going on in the shop, I'll probably post another video here shortly. I want to kind of get some stuff put together before I get anything else out there. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please click the subscribe button. That would be dope. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up. I just got back into the money with the monetization of YouTube's policy, where I was monetizing my videos, and yeah. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and see you guys all in Lincoln.